Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making manicotti. Alright, I'm starting out here in my skillet, and I have 1.5 pounds of ground beef browned up. I drain the excess grease off, and I have 1 medium onion I diced up, and I fried them with the ground beef. We're going to make the sauce for over our manicotti. And normally I don't use meat in manicotti, but I want some meat sauce rather than plain sauce. I'm going to put in about 2 teaspoons of diced up garlic. If you use fresh garlic, use about 3 cloves. And this is how I make my spaghetti sauce too, guys. Now I'm going to allow my garlic to cook in there for a minute to start to release its flavor. Alright, now that I allowed my garlic to cook in there with the onion and the ground beef for a minute, I'm going to add in a can of crushed tomatoes. And this here is a 28-ounce can. And guys, I try to keep my sauce simple but delicious. I'm also going to add in a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. I'm going to give that a stir. Now when you use this for spaghetti, it tends to get a little, or any other kind of pasta, it tends to get a little thick. So what I do is I might add a little water in it then, but since we're using this in manicotti, I want it to be thick, so I'm not going to add any water. Now I'm going to start by adding in my salt. That's where I start first with the salt. I'm going to go for a teaspoon. You don't want too much, but you want enough to give it a flavor. Let me grab a spoon here, because I caught heck from viewers for double dipping, so I don't do that anymore. And I have my heat set down on medium-low, because anybody who's made sauce before knows once you get that bubbling, it's like a volcano. It goes everywhere. Let me give that a taste. That's good on salt. Next I go for my sugar. Now I'm going to start for about 1/4 cup. And that's my oven coming up to temperature to bake the manicotti. And you just want to taste as you go. Make sure you get your seasonings right. That's good on sugar. It has slight sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. I'm going to add in some oregano. Usually start out with about a tablespoon. And a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Give that a stir. When you're stirring your spices, guys, careful not to hit the side of your pot, because they'll all stick right to the side. You want to get them into the sauce and get them wet before you stir them towards the edges. Now you can go ahead and mix everything all together. Now we'll give that a taste. And it's smelling good already. I'm going to get that spoon right side up. That works better that way. That's good about there, guys. I might add in just a hair more oregano, about 1/4 teaspoon. And about 1/4 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And guys, I'm keeping my seasonings basic, but it really adds flavor to your sauce. I'm going to allow this to simmer for a few minutes for them flavors to cook together. Alright, now that I have my sauce simmering and set aside, in a large bowl I have 2 15-ounce containers of ricotta cheese and 4 eggs. I'm going to go ahead and get them incorporated some together. We're making the filling for our manicotti. And guys, I must admit, I've never had manicotti before. I've had stuffed shells, but it's pretty much the same idea. You just want to get this blended as good as you can. And I have 2 8-ounce packs of manicotti noodles over here cooking, boiling in salt water. Now the reason I'm making 2 packs is because there's going to be like 7 or 8 of us eating tonight, and I want to make sure there's enough. You could cut this recipe in half for a smaller family. And guys, a little tip I should have done, I didn't think of it. If you let your ricotta cheese warm up a little bit, it's easier to work with. Okay, now that we're pretty well mixed, I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of Parmesan cheese. This here is 5 ounces. And you know what, guys, I think that's going to be fine. I don't want to overdo it. We're going to put more cheese on top of our manicotti. So that's 5 ounces, maybe 6 because I add a little bit to the container. And I have some shredded mozzarella cheese here. I'm going to add in about 1.5 cups because we're going to save the stuff for restaurant top. Then I'm also going to add in 2 teaspoons of dry parsley. And I might have wanted to use a bigger bowl. I'm going to add in some salt and pepper. And this is to taste. I'm going to go for about 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper because that Parmesan cheese is naturally salty. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this all mixed together and set it aside. Okay, now that my ricotta cheese mixture is all mixed up and my manicotti noodles are cooked, and I ran them under cold water so I can handle them, I'm going to start by taking some of my sauce that I made and putting it in the bottom of a 9x13 baking pan. And Dexter's happy today, guys, because we're not having the, poultry. He doesn't know what that is. We're not having that, so he's in a good mood today. Right, Dexter? We're having hamburger, ground beef. Just want to put a nice layer of sauce on the bottom. Just keep your manicotti from sticking. Alright. Now I'm going to take one of these manicotti shells and I'm going to take our mixture and we're going to stuff them. So I'm going to go ahead and just push that down in there till you get them full. Hope you guys can see me. And you just want to go ahead and fill all of your manicotti shells. And I'm not going to keep you on camera while I do this because it's going to take me about 10 minutes. So once I get these all filled, I'll bring it back. Okay, now that I have all my ricotta stuffed in here, I layered sauce in between the layers of ricotta so it don't stick together, and I put the remaining sauce on top. I'm going to take some of that mozzarella cheese. And guys, Dexter is really happy today. Dexter likes hamburger, don't you, buddy? You just want to put a healthy layer of cheese on top. Okay, that's looking good. Now I'm going to put some more of that grated Parmesan cheese on there. Now I'm going to put this in a 350-degree oven uncovered for 30 to 45 minutes so it's all nice and bubbly. And then this will be ready to go. Alright, this just came out of the oven and went for 30 minutes. It's ready to go. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. Alright guys, let me get in here and give this a try. It's going to be really cheesy. It's really good, guys. Pasta's tender. Ricotta cheese is nice and cheesy. You get the cheese on top, and that sauce is delicious. That's really good. And I know if you try it, you would like it. Alright, there you have it. Manicotti. Give it a try. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I'll see ya.